problems are hard, but these ones, light work, and I'm going to tell you why. Because once you draw it, it's just the starter over and over again. It's literally, the math is easy. So here's what I need you guys to listen to. No one's watching me. I'm going to ask you to do a couple things. Thing number one is lean into the drawing, right? So tonight, I'm going to provide drawings for you. On Monday, when we do these, you're going to have to do it yourself. And I know a lot of kids just want to throw a triangle up because these are all sine, cosine, and tangent problems. And I'm going to ask you to go ahead, enjoy a cute minute of making an actual drawing, because these problems become super easy if you have a decent drawing. And I don't mean it has to look good. I mean drawing like we do Sokotoa. You'll see mine. They're terrifying. But before we start this, we have two new words that we have to learn, or two new terms. And term number one is called the angle of elevation. And I'm walking over this way, and everyone's watching me real quick. You're going to follow me as everyone watches. The angle of elevation is about me looking up. So girls like guys are watching me. They actually watch. So do you guys see that bend up there? Actually, you all just did angle of elevation. You were looking straight, and then you look up. I'm always afraid like something creepy is hitting up there, but luckily Mrs. O would save us. So, you know, they're gonna drop down from there, and she's gonna save us, because, you know, she's in India and we don't even know it. But if I ask you all to look up there, what you would do is look forward first, and then you look up, and that is called the angle of elevation. And that is when your eyes, very carefully, watch me, you are looking up. But here's what you don't do. If I said, oh my God, there's a spaceship, you would look up at it. But here's what you wouldn't do. You wouldn't look up at the spaceship and then look at the sun. No one does that. No one looks up and then looks more up, right? So here's what I want to say about this. This guy is the angle of elevation right here. But this, looking straight up at the sun, is dumb. Don't do that. That's bad, right? We look forward and then up. That's the angle of elevation. Now, that's the easy one. The next one is called the angle of depression. And here's the problem with the angle of depression. You all will want to do the angle of crotch. Yeah. The angle of depression looks like this. I'm walking. I look over at Ryan. I look down. There's a rat going into his backpack. Do I tell him? No, because I think it'll be funny when he gets home and he opens it and a rat might say, yay, I will enjoy that. Watch what the angle of depression is. It's out and down. But here's what it is not. There's a rat. Here's my crotch. That's weird. Don't do that. No one wants you to do that. So look over here. This is the angle of elevation or depression. But this guy is the angle of crotch. Don't do it, right? So it's really important that when you do these, you look out and up or out and down, but not this guy. That's weird. It's creepy. No one wants to see you do it, right? Angle of depression. Now I'm going to show you one more thing, and I'm going to trigger you, and you're going to breathe your way through it. I'm going to use a word or two words, and you're going to be like, oh, Miss T, we hate you for this. So here's the other thing I need to tell you. Oh, where did it go? I lost my thing. Here it is. Draw me, please, on your paper, somewhere on your paper or on your desk. Please draw me a tree. I will be making Mr. Corbett a cliff diver. And let's say Mr. Corbett, here is that I am making fun of him in class. I'm not, I love Big Brian. But he decides to run, climb a tree, and sit in the tree and cry. Can you please put crying Mr. Corbett in the tree? Draw him in there. You need to make him cry, because that's the fun part. Oh, his tiny tears. Oh, look, he's sad. Look, he's got his cute little short Mr. Corbett hair. I love Mr. Corbett. Oh, he's wearing a dress. Don't know what happened there. You know what? We don't judge. Okay. Draw me a little ways away laughing at him.
On the floor?
I'm sitting down here. Yeah, I'm sitting. Here I am. Oh, it's pretty funny. Oh God, I'm laughing. Ah. So here's what happens. We do angle of elevation from a low thing to a high thing. So what I'd like you to do is let's draw in the angle of elevation. Go straight from my eyes to the tree and then go up to Mr. Corbett. That is your angle of elevation. I'm going to call it E. That's our angle of elevation. Now, we can also do it from Mr. Corbett's eyesight. When we do angle of depression, we start with the high thing and we go down. So Mr. Corbett's thinking, stop making fun of me, Mrs. Tarantino. He's out there looking at a bird. Watch me draw a bird. My bird is amazing. I'm a really, really good artist. There. Is it amazing? Yes. Should I quit being a teacher and become an artist? Probably. Does it kind of look like a blimp? Do many of the questions tonight have blimps in them because I can draw blimps? Yes, they do. So Mr. Corbett is looking at the blimp, at the bird, and then he sees me down here laughing. He looks down at an angle of depression. Is everybody okay with that? Now watch this. Big deep breath in. I'm not going to trigger you. I'm not going to trigger you. When we did parallel lines, those angles are called alternate interior. And guess what? They're the same. They equal each other. So from here on out on our problems, if I give you this is 50, if you want to move that 50 and put it down here, you can. But here's where you can't do it. You cannot put it in the crotch angle, right? So it can't go in this angle. That's bad. What it can do is it can come down to here. Angle of elevation and depression are equal. They are equal. It doesn't matter whether I'm looking up at him or he's looking down at me. Those two angles are the same, right? Sometimes they'll give you one. Sometimes they'll give you the other one. But I'm going to be honest. I like it down here the best when I do these problems. And so will you. Okay, are you ready? Big start. Here we go. Love these problems. Number one, please. We got Mr. Corbett. I think I spelled his name wrong. He's had enough of teaching and he decides to become a TikTok star and do cliff diving. Here's what I need you to do. Could you please draw a cliff? Meaning it's going to come out and drop straight down into the ocean. On your paper or on your desk, I don't care. So here's my cliff. There it is. Someone did it like this to me today. They went like this. And I said, yeah, when you dive off that, you're hitting the rocks. That's bad. Don't do that. He'll die. Right? So here's what. If you want to make it a rocky cliff, that's fine. Oh, look at that. That's a good cliff. That's as good as I get. Could you please add some water at the bottom, right? Because we don't want to just dumping of that into dirt. That's called something else, but that's not, we don't want to like videotape that. That would be bad. That's right. That would make me super sad. Could you please put Mr. Corbett on here? On the cliff, sure. Don't draw him in a bathing suit. That would be weird. But, suit yourself. I'm just happy I'm giving him arms. Could you please draw a boat? You got a boat on there, right? Draw a boat in the water and put you in the boat. Now, do you have to do all this? No, but here's what. If you do, these problems become very easy. Some of you are like, can I just do a triangle? And then you're going to put stuff in the wrong place. This is going to be so much easier when I say stuff like, how high is the cliff? You're going to be like, oh, I'm looking for this. If I say, how far from the base of the cliff are you? Oh, I'm looking for this. But if you just draw some random triangle, you don't actually know what you're looking for. The drawings don't have to be good. Obviously, I'm not a good artist. So let's draw in our big important parts. You are in a boat. It is 40 feet away from the base of the cliff. Can you draw that distance right here? That is 40, right there. I got my little binoculars and I am looking up at an angle of elevation with my phone, not at binoculars. I got my phone right there. Please put in your angle of elevation. It goes somewhere. It's, remember, on the boat, I'm looking out and looking up. Can you label that angle of elevation for me? Please and thank you. I'm going to put it 73 degrees right here, 73 degrees. Now, finally, I'm looking for this guy. How high is this cliff? I'm curious to know if Mr. Corbett's going to be actually able to make this jump without you know, with unaliving himself. We don't want that to happen. So guess what? Little Sokotoa action. Are you ready? So Sokotoa is down here at the angle. Sokotoa's with me on the boat. And I've got opposite and I've got adjacent. I am looking for the side. It's a forward one. Go ahead, start the math. Talk to your neighbor. See what you get. And 73. The drawing is the fun part. The math is the easy part. There's very little math to this. Not like 18 steps.
Is the cliff right?
So cliff is the right angle. Yeah. I got something really big.
Me too.
Did you use 1073 times 40? 1073 times 40? Can you survive that? I think you could survive 131 feet. Yeah, like it's bad. I mean, it's high, but I think that's survivable. I mean, I think people like jump off the Bay Bridge and live. So, yeah.
Oh, I don't think. Is it fine if I do 40, 10, 73?
Did you get
130.8.
Perfect. Nice. I would take 131. I'd take 130.8. I would like you to please add feet for me so I know what you're talking about. Don't forget the feet. Okay, next one. Here we go. There they are. Chrissy's little Ryan crying in a tree. You know why? Because he's a freshman. And Chris was bullying him. And Chris chased him up the tree. Can you please start by drawing me a tree and put Ryan in the tree?
Chris, you're bullying.
Yes, yes. No, sorry, Ryan. Sorry, Ryan.
He's the meanest.
Is he?
He's a mean kid. He thinks he's cool because he's on JV.
Well, he is cool. But he is crying. There he is. Oh. Ooh, son. I'm going to give him a little body. This is my favorite part, is the drawing. Here's Chris. And watch this. Chris with his piercing blue eyes. There he is. He's mean. He's making fun of him. There he is. There he is. Piercing blue eyes. So we are going to now go ahead. Oh, angle of 68 degrees. Sorry about that. Angle of elevation from Chris's feet to Orion, right? So Chris is standing right here. Here's his little feet. The angle of elevation. Boom, right there. There he's looking up at him. And I know Chris is 50 feet from the tree. And that angle of elevation is 68. And I am looking for the tree height. Now, you will notice it's tan again. And here's what, in real life, we use tan a lot in real life problems. We actually find the distances to planets using this method. It's crazy. We just find the angle by moving our telescope over, and that's how we find how far away planets are, which is crazy. That's what they use. So here we go. One more time. Tan 68 is x over 50. That's Bella asked me earlier today. Oh no, it was Ella or one of them who asked me, "Is that enough math?" That is enough math. As long as I can know that you have it set up right, you're good. And just like you did, Alice, I did 50, 10 first, right? 50, 10, 68. How we feeling?
This is example for every period.
What?
This is example for every period.
I did. And everyone wanted to know who was it. I said, oh, it's Chris K. And I'm like, oh, fair. Okay, here comes our next one. This next one gets me into a little bit of trouble. That's my youngest son, but he's 22. And this is a true story. Thomas went to school here, and he played volleyball, he was all the things. And he hated when I put him in word problems. And I said, okay, I'll stop talking about you. That's fair. And then he did something naughty, and I did talk about it in class, and then he was really mad at me. But I will tell you the naughty thing he did, because too bad, you're never going to meet him. And I will tell you not to do this naughty thing. And this is God's honest truth. He got accepted to a bunch of colleges, decided to go to Cal Poly, as he's now about to graduate. He's graduating early. He's a smarty pants. I'm going to tell you, he's going to go to law school because of this story. 48 hours before he's supposed to leave for college as a freshman, it's a Saturday night. We're taking him out to dinner Sunday. We're getting on the road, going to Cal Poly on Monday. And he says on Saturday night, I'm going to say goodbye to all my friends and then get ready to go. And about 5 in the morning, we got the phone call. Who was on the line? We got a guess? Oh, yeah. Oh, worse than that. It says, you have a collect call from Contra Costa County Jail. Will you accept it? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. He got a DUI the night before he left for college. Oh, yeah. He had to sit. They won't let you out for many hours. He had to sit there for like 18 hours. And the whole time he just thought, I'm not going to college. I'm not going to college. And we sent him to college. But I want to tell all of you, just so you have the story, it ended up costing him over. We said we wouldn't pay for all the fines and stuff he accrued, and it was about $6,000. And he lost his license for nearly 2 years. So guess what? When you're 19, you're meeting some chicks at college. If you're like, you want to go on a date? And she's not sure. You want to pick me up? You have to say, no, I can't. I don't have my license anymore. So don't do that. Don't get a DUI. Go on an Uber, right? Everyone has an Uber. So sorry, Tom. I'm telling your story. But now, let's draw Sad Thomas on the roof. Draw a house. Put Sad Thomas on the roof.
Wait, so he's on the roof of Popeyes?
No, he's on the roof of our house.
Oh.
He doesn't. No, he never did really call on the roof. He does love Popeyes. I can lure him out with Popeyes, but he's never called on the roof.
Okay.
Yeah, that was a rough phone call to get. And then one day I said, I always wanted to see. Have you ever watched those TikToks where they're the what's it called, the camera, the police cam?
Yeah.
Yeah. I so want to find that. And I said, can I find that? And he said, oh, I've seen it already. And I said, really? Oh my God, I so want to see your arrest footage. And he goes, don't do that to me, Mom. I'm like, okay. But wouldn't that be awesome to see?
He was young for 19.
It was bad. Yeah, it was bad. Oh, so anyways, sitting in that, I'll tell you this, and a good story. He's on his way to law school. And that's because he said, I will never be on this side of the court. I will only be on the other side. He felt like, I don't want to be with the loser people who are there. I want to be the people who wear the suits and do that. So now he's going to law school. So see, it all works out. But don't get a DUI. Don't. That's me telling you that. Okay, there's my house. There's Sad Thomas. Look, he's got a little turtle. Look, there he is. Oh, look how sad he is. Okay, I'm luring him out with the Popeyes. So can we do it? Here we go. The roof is 20 feet tall. I set the chicken 10 feet away from the house. I want to know the angle of elevation. If the chicken had eyes, oh, look, there they are. The chicken nuggets are looking up at him. Angle of elevation. I am looking for this right here. It's a backwards one. It's a backwards one.
I don't know the angles there.
This angle right here. This is the angle of the sun. Right?
I know it's on this corner.
Because it's from the chicken nugget. It's actually this line right here. It's looking straight. The chicken nugget looks straight and then up. That's the angle of elevation. So here's what I got. I got backwards tan. Backwards tan. Tan again of 20 over 10, right? Backwards tan. 20 divided by 10. Yay. About 63 degrees. We feeling it? We got one last one and I'm shutting up. We got a polar bear, and this one I really want to talk about. I like this problem. So we got the polar bear, and he is sitting on top of an iceberg looking down at the fish. Now watch this one. Everyone's watching with your strange little neatos. The angle of depression is this guy. But guess what? I don't like the triangle over here. It's like floating away. So I would rather have my triangle be this guy. Are you with me? So what I want to do is say, hey, I want to use this triangle. So what am I going to do with that 52? Y'all see it? Instead of being in this corner of my Z, I am literally unable to catch. You could try. I mean, actually, save those. I have a game we could play on Monday, maybe in a little while we try. And it's a fish, and if you touch the fish, you get a problem. And I've been trying to find stuff to throw at the board that would touch the fish. So let's finish this and we'll try it. Yeah. Okay. So watch what we're gonna do. Everyone's watching. Move this 52 down to here. Do you guys see why I did that? Right? Because I could do it here. Ew. But here's what I know. The base of the iceberg, the fish is 112 feet. Hey, fish to polar bear, that's the hypotenuse. And that's what I got. I'm looking how far is it to the base of the iceberg. I'm looking for this guy. We got cosine. I'm gonna let you finish this, and I'm gonna pass out your homework. I'm gonna tell you what you do. Guess what? You're gonna finish it in class. We have like 16 minutes. We don't want to take homework home tonight. We want to do it in class. There are 7 of these bad boys. Aries is in it. Owen is in it. Look at Aries toes. That's a weird one. Tino is in it. Who else do we got going on here? Oh, a guy named Ray. Who sleeps a lot, and I maybe got it. I don't know. Who else? Elena and Celine are in it, and then Tatum and bitching, and unbeknownst to me, like Tatum's looking at me, she goes, "How did you know?" And I was like, "What are you talking about?" And then apparently she did not go to school. So I did not know that. So one year I put 2 kids who I knew were a couple in it, and everyone when I showed that like did the word problems, they're like. And I'm like, what? No, they broke up with it. Oh, you know what? Maybe I should be up. That was really awkward. That's awkward for me. For them. You're more than welcome. I will get to all of you. I will abuse you all. It just takes me a while to get around to it. I was going to get your picture actually from Aries and put it in and make you have to do it, but I was tired. Okay, probably. So let me tell you a couple things. Everybody's watching me. Last thing I'm talking about. I made a mistake on number 2. I was so excited about making Tino a tiny elf. I forgot to tell you that the chimney is 10 feet tall. Oops, my bad. Number 2. On number 3, I am asking how far is it from me in the balloon to the departed ray? That's the hypotenuse. Yes. 10 feet on the chimney. And on number 3, you're going to be looking for that diagonal, right? That's your X. Will and AJ's problem is hard. My advice to you is look not for the angle of depression, move it down for the angle of elevation. And finally, can everyone do me one last problem? Turn it over. I took number 7 from a workbook. What the hell is up with that hill? Like, what is that? It looks like a slug or something. How is that? It's the same thing as this. So this person just used an iceberg. Stupid. Okay, so you got to come over here and give me a second to get it set up for you. Let me turn off the video. Okay, you're still with this. I'm going to put up answers in a few minutes, and I'm going to check your homework, Everything's good. Goodbye, anyone who's sick. Yeah.